On my way home from the barn today, I was with my horse Steckler that I lease. This is why I look a little disheveled today. I hit a squirrel, and I he ran right out in front of my car, and I swerved. I swerved to move it out of the way, but it didn't do any good, and I hit him, and it was very upsetting. And I stopped. There were no cars on the road whatsoever, not one car. And I stopped to see if he was okay, or at least he ran away. But he was flopping in the road, and it was heartbreaking. So I watched it for a while just to see if I needed to put him out of his misery. But after a few seconds, he ended up dying, and I went back and I said a prayer and spent some light on him. And here's the thing, it was really hard for me. And I also know, by working in the spirit world and working with guides and spirits and animal spirits in particular for so long, that everything like that happens has deep, deep meaning, deep meaning. And for example, for the last 2 weeks, every single day I have seen a yellow butterfly, at least one a day, at least one, if not many more. What does that mean to me? It means joy, play, transformation, right? They every time I go outside, I see a yellow butterfly, or they'll fly by my window. But with the squirrel, I did a journey, I did a meditation to the squirrel, the spirit of the squirrel. And squirrels to me represent being prepared, preparation, right? Preparedness, because squirrels prepare. They think ahead, right? They squirrel away their nuts. They think ahead. They're also really playful and funny, right? And they're like Virgos, right? They know how to plan, they know how to get things done. They're the Virgos of the animal world. And so I thought, what does that mean? What does that mean? And I accidentally killed this thing. Killed this beautiful being. I don't mean to say thing, this beautiful animal. What does that mean? And does that mean I'm not being prepared enough? Does that mean, what does that mean? So I did a journey to the squirrel, and now the squirrel is now my spirit guide, one of my spirit guides. And he said, it was definitely male. He said, you need to get more prepared. You're not prepared enough. And I said, what? What does that mean? Like apocalypse? What does that mean? More food, more money? What? And he said, no, no, you're not prepared enough for all the women that are going to be joining your movement. Come with what's coming up in the world. And I said, can you say more? He said, there's big shifts, big changes, some good, some challenging, but mainly good. And it's going to wake a lot of people up. People are waking up. And waking up is so, that term is very used a lot, but it's really individual. And how I take that word, when people are waking up, is they're waking up past the programming, the brainwashing, the limitations, the stories they have about what they can and cannot do. And they're waking up to their true essence, which means they're waking up to their connection to the divine, which means they're waking up to their gifts, which means they're waking up to their intuition, right? It's a process. So he said, you're not prepared enough for all of the people that are going to be joining you and your movement. And I was like, I don't really have a movement. I mean, I teach classes. No, you do have a movement, and it's going to continue to build and build and build. And I said, well, what's my movement? Your movement is waking people up, letting go of the programming. This is what you have been doing. This is your movement. Your movement is the warrior movement. It's not about fighting. Some people have written me that I don't like fighting. I'm like, that is not the essence of a spiritual warrior. The spiritual warrior means courage, discipline, connection, power, personal power, love, joy. We have been asleep for way too long as a human race. And we're up against a lot: the media, the generational trauma, the generational scarcity, all of these things. We're up against a lot, but all of this is going to start fading away for those who are ready to take the challenge, for those who are ready to step in. And he said, you're not prepared enough. I was like, I work all the time. I'm preparing. He said, no, there's more to do. And I said, okay. This I very clear message. So the reason I'm sharing all this with you is because, one, I want you to pay attention to the animal messages around you. When things happen, pay attention. It's not, don't just what does it say? Blow it off. I'm also seeing so much right now, and it's heartbreaking. And I have brought this up many times. So many people are putting themselves last and not taking action. I have never seen a more paralyzed group. I've never seen this before. I've never seen people so kind of inaction and paralyzed. And not everybody, but just sort of disassociated and zombie-like. Even in my own community, I'm like, what is happening? I have also done, I'm not smoking, I was doing Palo Santo. I've also done massive clearings just on our community, clearings of light, the people that are on my email list, and my spiritual warrior group, the ones that have come to my classes. I'm doing that because there is an energy right now. There is a density that is getting into people that are creating people just like, don't do anything, just turn it on, be scared. I swear. So in the movement, we're going to wake up. We're going to wake up. I've talked to a few people this past couple of weeks. They're drinking too much, right? They're drinking too much, and they know it. They know it. Yeah, I'm glad I told you, but I don't want to stop. So, okay, I get that. And the reason I'm sharing this with you is because I'm seeing this like push pull in people. I'm eating too much. I'm watching too much TV. I know this, but I don't want to do anything about it. Okay, that's okay. I'll be sitting here waiting for you when you do. But my point in sharing that with you is because I've seen that more and more and more than I've ever seen it before, where the dissonance is great. Usually if someone comes out and says, I'm drinking too much, or I'm eating too much, or I'm in a marriage with someone who's abusing me, or I really hate my job and I want to change it. Usually they're ready to go. They're like, let's do this. I want to change it, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Instead, they're saying it out loud, but then going back to sleep. That's been my experience lately, and I am committed, whatever that energy is. And it comes internally, but there's something going on the outside as well. Something is going on the outside as well. I have been tracking it. I have been tracking this energy because I've been feeling it myself too. Like, I don't want to know. You know what I mean? But I've been tracking it. So if you're feeling that at all, one, there's something inside of you that is allowing it, right? Do you know what I mean? Like there's something going on, but there's also something bigger. There are a lot of energies floating around right now. So what do you want to do about it? What do you want to do about it? First step is to notice it. Notice it. Have you been more asleep lately? Are you like more checked out lately? Are you getting into fights with people more lately? Are you isolating? And if you're not, and you're like, no, I am freaking loving life and I am in so much joy and I'm so happy. If you are, and oh my gosh, I so hope that you are, spread it around. Like spread that around because that is so needed right now. So back to the movement. The movement's happening. I'm just going to listen to God, listen to the divine. Like, what is the movement? What is the movement? I'm open. I'm ready. I'm here to serve my entire existence. I know that I came here to be of service, period. That's it. So two things. At the end of the month, September, we're going to be teaching a class. I'm going to be teaching a class on money, a webinar, and then that will lead into a class. This is going to blow your socks off. I've never done this before. I've done a lot of work with money, a lot of work with people with money. Stay tuned for it, because if you have any blocks to money, this doesn't mean that you have to be like feeling like you're living paycheck to paycheck. There are many of us that are very middle class that feel like we have more to go, more places to go with the money world. Doesn't mean you have to, right? This is a big spectrum, but oh my God, this is going to be so helpful. I'm telling you, so helpful. So pay attention to that. For that, that's going to be coming soon to theater near you. And then on Thursday this week, I'm going to be hosting a free Q&A. As you may know, I've been hosting equine healing retreats. I love everything that I do, but this is by far one of the most magical, amazing thing that I get to do with horses, humans, and the spirit world. It's like beyond. And we keep these retreats 5 women a piece. They used to be bigger. They were like, I did a few where there were like 14, 15 people. These are we keep short, small, I mean, not short, small, 5 women, because it's every woman gets a horse for the whole 3 days. It's phenomenal. Anyway, I'm going to be holding a Q&A on Thursday. If you're interested in learning about what equine healing is and want to hear more information on these retreats and ask questions, come to the Q&A on Thursday. It's free. And there'll be a special guest. His name is Mercado, and he is a white horse, and he is going to lead us with his trainer, Kate, on a little meditation. I don't know if it's little, but on meditation, so that you can experience horse medicine firsthand. So stay tuned for that as well. We'll be sending out the invitation for you to join us on Thursday. I know it's last minute, but if you can pop in, and I will share with you all the juicy details and like talk about the magic of equine healing. I've never seen anything like it. Like they're like shamans, mystics, gurus, cosmic. I don't even know what they're channeling, but it is incredible, the horses. And stay tuned for the movement. Stay tuned for the movement. All right, my little squirrel guide with me, and pay attention to the animals that come into your field. The animals that live on your land, on your property, go in front of you. Nothing is a mistake. Nothing is a mistake. All right, I get to go take a shower now because it has been it's been a while. Thank you so much. It's been a while because I went to the horses, blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much. And my name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you on the next